Welcome to the Padhai Kar Lo JEE preparation channel. You can practice more problems on this exact topic on our Padhai Kar Lo Android app, link in the description below, or on our website padhaikarlo.com. Today's topic is the algebra or complex numbers, addition, multiplication, and conjugation, the essential foundation the entire complex numbers chapter builds on. Let's begin. A complex number is written as a plus ib, where a is the real part, b is the imaginary part, and I is defined by the specific property that I squared equals -1. Addition of two complex numbers a plus ib and c plus id simply proceeds component-wise. Add the real parts together, and separately, add the imaginary parts together, giving a plus c plus I b plus d. Multiplication genuinely follows the ordinary distributive law from regular algebra, but with one critical extra step. Whenever I squared appears during expansion, you must immediately replace it with -1, so a plus ib times c plus id expands to a c plus iad plus ibc plus I squared bd, which simplifies to a c minus bd plus iad plus bc. This specific final result is genuinely worth memorizing directly as a ready-made formula, since re-deriving it from scratch under real exam time pressure wastes valuable time. The complex conjugate of a plus ib, written with a bar on top, or sometimes as z star, is a minus ib, simply flipping the sign of the imaginary part while leaving the real part genuinely unchanged. The conjugate has several properties that appear constantly throughout this entire chapter. First, z times its own conjugate z bar equals a plus ib times a minus ib, which works out to a squared plus b squared, a genuinely real number. This specific real number result is exactly why multiplying by the conjugate is the standard technique used to eliminate I from a denominator when dividing complex numbers. Second, z plus z bar equals to a exactly twice the real part, and z minus z bar equals to ib, exactly twice I times the imaginary part. These two specific relationships let you directly extract just the real part, or just the imaginary part, to any complex number purely through simple addition or subtraction with its own conjugate, without needing to separately track and b individually. Dividing complex numbers uses the conjugate technique directly. To simplify, a plus ib divided by c plus id, multiply both the numerator and denominator by the denominators, conjugate a c minus id. This makes the new denominator become c squared plus t squared, a genuine real number, letting you then simply separate the result cleanly into standard real plus I times imaginary form. For any JEE algebra complex numbers problem, first identify exactly which specific operation is actually required. Addition and subtraction are genuinely straightforward, and component-wise multiplication requires careful, correct expansion while consistently replacing I squared with -1, and division always specifically requires multiplying through by the denominator's own conjugate first. A frequently tested trap involves higher powers of I. Remember the clean 4-step repeating cycle: I to the power 1 equals I squared equals -1, I cubed equals -I, and I to the power 4 equals exactly 1. The genuinely any higher power, or I, can be quickly simplified just by finding the remainder when that specific exponent is divided by 4. Let's recap. Complex numbers add and subtract component-wise, while multiplication requires expanding and replacing I squared with -1, giving ac minus bbd plus I ad plus bc. The conjugate, flipping the imaginary parts sign, gives z times z bar equal to a squared plus b squared, always real, and is the key tool for dividing complex numbers by clearing I from the denominator and powers of I cycle every 4 steps. I -1/(-I1), letting you quickly simplify any higher power using the remainder when divided by 4. That's the algebra or complex numbers. Keep the conjugate multiplication trick for division and the powers of I cycle sharp. They're used constantly throughout the rest of this chapter. If this video helped, please like it and subscribe to Padhai Kar Lo for more JEE preparation content just like this. See you in the next one.